Austin Jackson's path back to the field has been one hell of a ride. Coming off a second major injury in his career, he already missed the final 8 games of the 2024 season. That can shred confidence. But in training camp, he looked like a man bent on resurrection, laboring every day, pushing through soreness, chasing the goal of being in shape for Week 1 in Indianapolis. Then, boom, a fresh lower body injury on a Saturday that derails him for weeks. So now what? That targeted Week 1 return that seemed almost a lock back in June suddenly feels fragile. Dolphins insiders still whisper optimism, but really, it's a gamble. Can Jackson make it? Will that hope flicker out? They are watching the clock now. Every missed practice, every rehab session that doesn't go as planned, piles on the pressure. Let's rewind a bit. Jackson was the number 8 pick in 2020 out of USC, and when he landed in Miami, he immediately slotted into left tackle. No easing in, no waiting his turn, straight into action. But then came year 2, and eventually he got shifted inside to left guard. Year 3, he played just 2 games, all but vanishing. Suddenly, question marks formed around where he belonged, how durable he could be, whether he'd ever settle into a position. Fast forward to 2023. Miami moves him to a rare role, blindside pass blocker on the right side for a left-handed quarterback. It's a shift few tackle prospects master, but he held his ground and convinced the front office to hand him a 3-year, $36 million extension. That was his ticket back to relevance, his statement that he could handle change, adversity, and still anchor the line. But now, after that myriad of position changes and injury setbacks, he's knocking on the door of 2025 training camp, only to get staggered again. This isn't just another bruise. It feels personal. It's the kind of blow that can crack a season before it even starts. In 2024, Miami leaned on Kendall Lamb and Patrick Paul as depth behind Jackson and Terron Armstead. That kept the line steady when the unthinkable happened. But Armstead didn't return. Lamb moved on to Philly, and the cushion that felt solid isn't so plush anymore. Now Larry Borom is the lone veteran backup, while around him you've got Ryan Hayes, Keon Smith, Braden Daniels, Daniel Brunskill, and then Barry Matos, who came in through the International Player Pathway program and was rushed from practice to hospital just over a week ago. He's back at the facility now, thankfully. But the point remains, this group is raw. So what happens if Jackson hangs on and recovers in time? Miami should be okay at the line come opener. But if not, the team must gamble on inexperience. Camp reps, preseason snaps, those look different now. The team will be asking young guys to step up in meaningful ways, fast. It's more than just padding the stats. It's real pressure. And those snaps they bank now will matter on Sunday in October. Think about the dynamic. The Dolphins know how crucial the tackle spot is to protecting the quarterback and setting up their run game. They've structured their offense around precision. A misstep there can lead to sacks, penalties, broken rhythm. So every rep Jackson misses is opportunity cost. Every tape the backups cut is data points Miami will file under. Can these guys hold when it matters? Add emotional weight. Jackson has been grinding through rehab for months. He looked ahead to that trip to Indianapolis, mentally mapping out the strides he'd take back on the field. Now that vision fractures. He must recalibrate. Every morning he wakes up, ties his laces with one eye on long-term durability and the other on immediate return. Meanwhile, there's the ripple effect. A healthy Jackson means stability. But without him, coaches have to chase alternatives. Maybe shifting Daniels or Brunskill into bigger roles. Maybe leaning on surprise packages. That changes blocking schemes, chemistry, even communication on the line. These aren't trivial variables. And it's all wrapped in uncertainty. Weeks out, that's a vague timeline. If Jackson is sidelined for 4 or 6 weeks, that covers roughly half of preseason. Maybe even cuts into the season start. Timing is everything here. One tweak ahead of schedule, one rehab setback. Suddenly the dream of playing Week 1 is gone. Imagine the gut punch when he ends up on the sideline watching the tape, playing catch with teammates on the bench. Let's unpack the stakes. With Jackson out, Miami's backup tackles must absorb quality snaps. That's where Borom, Hayes, Smith, Daniels, Brunskill, and Matos come in. Every preseason drive becomes a litmus test. Are they ready when the game clock actually matters? Coaches might tinker with swing protection schemes or max protect sets to compensate. They could dial back certain tight end motions or design quicker throws to mask potential issues. And those tweaks shift game plan dynamics. Miami expects postseason. If Jackson's absence causes early stumbles, that's pressure. Game flow changes, confidence wavers, playoff positioning can tilt. His return timeline isn't just about week 1. It could shape the entire season arc.